What is going on, everybody? It is Greg. We are back in the garage for another video, another vlog. I have an earlier vlog this week of the torment I went through with Christine, but we got it all fixed for now, and yeah, that's another video. Anyways, this video we are going to start not really hooking up the garage, but getting more storage, putting up shelves and stuff like that. I have the plan to put shelving above the garage door. Let me close the door so you guys can see what I'm going to talk about. I got this idea from, I think it was Bobby at work. So this is the idea. Okay, this is the track, obviously, of the garage. So anything above that is usually wasted storage and space. Now, if you want to access it, obviously you close your door, you can climb on a ladder, and you can grab your bins. The plan is to put some plywood, some 2x4s or 1x2s there, kind of like how they have the bracing for the garage, and then build off of it probably 3 feet or 4 feet, just enough to get 2 rows of bins going all the way across. We're going to do it over this door and possibly the big door, and then we'll be able to stick, I want to be able to stick all the Christmas stuff. There's Isaiah. All the Christmas stuff, and I think I have 6 bins and then 2 big like tree boxes. So all that stuff I want to be able to store up over the garage doors. That way, when I do get my other bins, not my bins, my other cabinets, they can go in that area. So that I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 possibly, and then the 2 tree boxes on the other side. So I want to build that up, and from what I saw on YouTube, all I need to do is put a brace there, and then do one off of the ceiling, which is going to be easy, and then put the slats for plywood, put the plywood in, screw everything together, and then I'll be able to slide the bins on top of it. I already pre-measured to see if I'll have enough space for the bins over the garage door, and I'll have plenty. I think it's like maybe an extra 8 inches, so we're gonna be good with that. So I'm gonna start that today, possibly. As far as the video goes, I don't know if I'm gonna record everything and show you the finished product today, because I have a lot of wood here, but I don't have the plywood, and I don't have a truck to go get more, but I'll see what I can do today. I also have a tire rack that's gonna go on the wall, which I want to install, and I want to get another one from Amazon. These are from Amazon. I think they're like 30, 40 bucks. I bought this one from, I want to say Hector. He had an extra one, so I got that one for him, and I want to get these tires mounted on here. So 4 each, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a second one, 1, 2, 3, 4. Because this area here in time will be what I want for my tool cabinet type situation. So I want one, I think I'll do a cabinet, move this over so I have this over to the edge, maybe a cabinet with a little workspace in the middle, or just do the full workspace in one cabinet and then separate them over there. I'm not 100% sure yet, but that is somewhat the plan for today. And over here on this wall, let me show you guys what I have planned as well. This is like a rack system, just like a rack system like those right there. I had this in the other garage. You guys may have remembered it or noticed it. That's going to get mounted to the wall, and then you can put the little hooks. Let me show you guys. Should have brought it with me. You can put these bad boys, these, like that one piece over there is the main rail. Then you can put these rails that hook onto the top of it, and those hang down, and then you can put these that hang off the wall like this. That way you can put those serrated shelf things, as many as you want, going down. So I want to put that over there for other things. That way I'll have a shelf there. Be the 2 wheel racks here, the shelving above the garage doors to accommodate for the wasted space, and that way I can get just about everything off of the floor. And then once that is done, hopefully most of this will be used. I'll have this empty space, hopefully, for parking the GTI inside and the Tiggy inside. That way I can finally get all three cars in the garage without having to worry about barely opening the doors. Whoa, look at the size of this guy. A little bit of Nat Geo for you guys. Okay, so let's get started. Alright, found my studs there. There. Anyways, you don't really need to find the studs when you're doing drywall, obviously, because you can use just wall anchors, because I'm not going to put like super heavy things on this rack. But it's good to, a couple screws in the studs will prevent, just in case if you do put anything or any accidents or anything, it's just going to be a little safe, a little extra safety precaution. That way nothing falls out of the wall. So I'm going to make sure at least a couple of the screws go into the studs. The rest that don't line up, we'll probably just get wall anchors and then start hanging everything else. So let's get started. Alright, there we go. The main rack is now hung, as you can see. Oh, come on, focus. Not gonna focus, buddy. Either way, perfectly balanced. Now with these, you just take these and you up and down, and they hang right there. Put them where the studs are, and then you can send the screws in here if need be to hold them steady. Let's go grab the other one real quick so you can get the full idea. Here we go. Now, let's say you put the other one, let's say for S's and giggles, you put the other one there, and I didn't bring any with me. Grab two of these. I use 3 just for just, you know, weight dispersal. And you put your hook in like so. Put your other hook in. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hooks lock in, and then you can grab a shelf. Now this isn't exactly the piece that I have at the other house, but as you can see, the back hooks in like so. Well, it hooks in. I'm using one hand here, but it hooks in like so, and this area will go down. It'll be nice and flat, and then you have your racks. And these you can buy, they're modular, so you can go buy more at like Home Depot and stuff. So I can put one rack up top, 2, 3. I could put a small rack here if I wanted to store something tall here. So this is a good system for your garage. If you're putting up, if you want to do shelves on the wall. And if ever I want to just take everything off, I could just remove one, slide it over, and move the shelf over if I'm going to be storing something else, you know, of a different size. So what I'll do is I'll have one here, one in the middle, and then one on the end with the 3, and then I'll start on the top shelf, and then later on I'll go back to Home Depot and get the longer shelves and probably put more. And this is a good height for if I do leave everything up here, it's still, you know, the wife is a lot taller, shorter than me. So even if she does happen to walk over here, you're not really going to bump your head. At least she wouldn't. But the car door shouldn't even reach over there. The car door, I imagine. Once all this is gone and the cars are able to come in, the car door will probably be in this area. So the top shelf will be, and then maybe smaller shelves on this side here. So this project is just about done. I'm going to go and pick up the rest of the pieces right now, actually. I got to go back to the townhouse. And then when I get back, it's going to be mount the wheel rack. Alright, got this all dialed in pretty much. In a minute, I'm just gonna run screws in the bottom just to keep the legs straight. And then I still have to go back because I loaded up the car with everything else that was at the townhouse. But there's a couple more pieces of shelving and the one big shelf that goes across here. I still have to get that. So I'll go do that in a minute. But this is pretty much done. Now drawing my attention to the wheel rack. This is what it looks like if you guys haven't seen one. It just goes up and it holds. It should hold, it does definitely hold 4 of the OEM wheels, or any amount of wheels that you're looking for. As you can see, you can go as wide as you want or as narrow as you want. So I am gonna have to measure for this one's gonna go up top. So I'm gonna put the Jetta OEM Jetta wheels, the Bugatti ones here. I'm gonna go in there, so I'll measure top to bottom for the 4, and then this one will be that wide up top since they're lighter. And then when I get the second one, go a little bit wider for these. I think this is just a spare tire here, so I'm not, yeah, so I'm not really gonna worry about that one. But 4 and 4, and then we are good to go. I want to mount this kind of high, that way I don't have to worry about the hitting the Jetta or anything like that. So this is gonna be probably in this area right here, going straight up, probably maybe just like a foot or so from the roof actually, and then into the brick. So let's get started. Alright, we have the 3 holes there. These are the 3 mounting holes there. I think at the other house I only used 2, but this is pretty much how I did it. Took 1/2 off, got my magnetic level right there, held it up, marked the holes, and that'll be the height. That's enough to clear an OEM wheel with a tire over the first rack and mount right there. So once I'm out the one side, I'll take the measurement and then come over to the other end, measure the width, and mark the other side nice and level. And then when we go to mount it, I'll drill the holes, anchor, put it together. It should be perfectly fine. Alright, these are the wall anchors I like to use. You just drill the hole, and then as you tighten the nut, it pulls this piece inside this little flanges here, and they spread out, and they do really, really good with holding on to whatever you put them in. Donezo. Basically, with like I explained to anchors, you drill your hole, the anchors go in, tighten the nut. As you tighten the nut, it pulls that other sleeve in and expands the anchor, and then you're good to go. This will hold my weight easily. I think they hold, in this store, I believe it's 90 pounds each. So 4 tires with wheels, no, it's not even gonna be a problem. So I'm gonna put the stock wheels up, and then probably go on Amazon and order another one for next to, below it, or next to, actually, now that I think about it. Either way. I have my plywood here. I'm gonna mark out my lines when I close this door and see where and how I want everything to do. Trace my lines, make my measurements, and then with these anchors, should be able to use these anchors for that. If not, I'll be going back for more of those. So we'll see how that goes. Big shelf is in place now. So in the coming weeks, what I'll do is I'll buy some more of these, and I have some extra pieces of that here. Either I can do staggered or just get some longer lengths and do maybe one longer one and then a half over here and keep space for my lawnmower until I get a shed outside, which I do plan on getting, and I can put all the lawn stuff and the bikes in the shed outside. It's already coming together, somewhat. I gave myself a little bit of space just in case if later on wider tires or just wanting to pull 1 or 2 out. I know these tires are completely trashed, but as you can see, it holds them perfectly fine. Not 100% straight, but I'm not even worried about that. They're up out of the way. the next one will clear some space. Alright, so it's probably been a couple hours, 2 hours or so, give or take. And I know I said I was going to start over the garage racks, but I decided to clean up and consolidate. So this is what we got going on. Pallet wood crates for some decorating jobs coming up here soon. Tires over here will move. Everything's small and short up against the back. The car can still fit once all this stuff, the ladders are put away in their spot over here. I have to go through this and make sure I'm going to keep whatever I'm going to keep. Some bins going to get stacked up here. I moved the water over here. So this area just has the wood in the middle for right now. And our large tent, which I'm going to get ready to move. I'm going to make this rack here and put these few things, probably this and that stuff on it. That way it's mobile. If we need to move it, it's easy to just move around. Once all that is done, I can start marking out where I'm gonna put my 2x4s and stuff like that. Garbage pile over here. I have to clean this thing so it goes in her office, so that's not gonna be in here for long. Some shoes and stuff. So we're making real good headway. I like that I have a shelf now. I can put some stuff up. I can't wait to have cabinets because I kind of do hate the fact that I have to use a shelf like this just to put that kind of stuff. I like seeing that stuff in cabinets, just nice and clean. But when I get my cabinets, all that stuff is going to be in the cabinets. The majority of this stuff, like the extra parts that I have for the Mark III stuff, will be in there. Yeah, so we're getting there. Hopefully I get to a spot maybe this week I can start hanging some artwork on the walls. I like this one over the sea here. There's another one that's dope. That one I gotta put up with Christine. My wife painted that one. And I have some other dope posters. I got Omar's car there. Another one of Christine. A diagram of a taillight that he sent me. Just some other stuff I want to do. This thing, I don't have transfer paper, so I gotta see if I can get some transfer paper that we could put this giant decal probably on the wall there. I'm not sure where yet, but I want to put it on a wall. And it can't go on the brick, obviously, so probably on the wall in that corner there. And then somebody asked me about these are underneath all this stuff. The Puerto Rican flag that I did on a piece of circle wood and the Jamaican flag. Yes, those are going up. Probably gonna end up there on top. Probably put those two there. I want to redo them because they're like old and faded now, and I want to get them like with real paint. That's just marker that I used, so I'm gonna get 2 more squares probably from work, circles I mean. I have one here. I need to get another one and then trace them out, paint them with good paint, and then get them glossed up with shellac or whatever. Put a nice coat, that way they can stay shiny and good on the wall. Somebody's texting me. Let me see who it is. Alright guys, so I did a lot of cleaning and reorganizing, and the garage, I have to say, is looking a little bit better. Got the wheels hung on the wall, got this rack over here on the wall, got everything kind of more organized over to the corner. I don't believe I'll be able to fit the GTI here and the Tiguan just yet. Christine will have her space back. I just need to move those tires out of the way. Order the tire rack for those. And then, yeah, I didn't get a chance to get to measuring the racks. I mean the shelves for over the garage doors. I will do that tomorrow when I get home. And I kind of want to clean her car because her car is kind of dirty. I want to wash it. And it has a big, giant, like, seagull poop on the hood. So I don't want to let that sit. So I want to get that clean. And that's it, man. The garage is looking, we're getting there. We are getting there. Eventually, everything will be done. And we'll be able to walk around here without all this stuff in the middle, hopefully, after I get my cabinets. But that's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I know there wasn't any car content, to be honest, but sometimes you got to get your workspace cleaned up and reorganized so you can start work. And we have a super awesome surprise coming for the Mark 6 soon. Part of something that I've wanted to do in this car for a long time, but it'll be like half of what we actually need for it. So that should be coming here hopefully this week. Sometime this week. But I'm super excited about that. Can't wait for you guys to see that. And then very soon we are going to start with the front end rebuild on Christine. The steering rack, the wheel bearings, everything else is pretty much new. But we need to get that worked out. And then the whole situation with the axles, we're going to work out and see what the problem is with the spacers. I think that's it. Because I talked to somebody else that has a VR and Air, and I asked him if he's gone through axles, and he said 4 or 5 in the last year. So I don't know if this is an issue or an ongoing issue with just this car because of the length of the axles or the motor and the trans. I don't know what it is. But everybody else that has a 2.0, even that did the swap from 2.0 to VR, doesn't seem to be having the issue that I'm having with axles. So the only thing I can think of is the spacers. So I'm going to take the spacers out and see how she acts after that. But for now, we're going to let Christine sit and hopefully start on the GTI, a little stuff on the GTI. I also have to take the wheels off the Tiguan, put the stock wheels back on, because I want to repaint those wheels, get them done gloss black, and after that put them back on, and I have to get their tire fixed. If I can't get it fixed, order a new one and get her rolling completely right. So we have a lot of things coming in the near future, so just stick with the channel, hit the subscribe button. We got a lot of content coming. Also, with this whole coronavirus thing going on, don't be reckless, just be safe. If you're feeling sick, stay home, go get checked out. Don't try to be around other people. And listen, you don't need to buy all the toilet paper in the world. That's not how this thing works. If everybody just acts cool and be cool, then we'll get through this pretty sure, no problem. So don't go crazy, and that's about it, man. So with that, everybody have an awesome weekend. I'm gonna go edit 2 videos right now for you guys, and hopefully have them up by tonight. And that's it, man. I will see you guys next week in the garage. Peace.